Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about the sequencing of n jobs through 3 missions. This is the second model in flowchart sequencing. So let us see now how to solve this problem. So here the number of jobs are 6, or tasks to be performed are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and these 6 tasks have to be performed on 3 missions: mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, and the process times of each job on the 3 missions are given to us. Now he is asking us to find the sequence that minimizes total missioning time to complete the following data. So now we need to find the sequence, and also we need to find the total elapsed time for completing all 6 tasks. So now on the 3 missions. So now let us find the sequence. So if we want to find the sequence, first of all, this n jobs through 3 missions problem should be converted into n jobs through 2 missions problem. 3 missions problem should be converted to 2 missions problem. So how to convert that one? So if we want to convert a 3 missions problem into a 2 missions problem, then it should satisfy 2 conditions. So either of 2 conditions or both. So the first condition to be satisfied is the minimum process time in mission M1 should be greater than or equals to maximum process time on mission 2. This is the first condition, and slash or. The second condition is minimum process time on mission 3 should be greater than or equals to maximum process time on mission 2. So the problem should satisfy either one of the 2 conditions or both. So then only we have to proceed the conversion of a 3 missions problem into 2 missions problem. So now let us check these conditions for the current problem. So now for mission M1, so in the mission M1 process times, so there are 6 process times are there: 4, 9, 8, 5, 10, 9. So what is the minimum value in mission M1? So the minimum value in mission M1 we need to know. So the minimum value is 4. And next, maximum value on M2. So this is mission 2. M2 means mission 2. The process times are 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5. So what is the maximum value? So the maximum value is 6. Whether it is greater than or equal 4 greater than or equals to 6 according to this condition? No. So this condition is not satisfied. And let us check the second condition. Minimum value of M3 on mission 3. So the mission 3 process times are 7, 8, 6, 12, 6, 7. The minimum value is 6. So minimum on mission 3 is 6. Next, maximum on mission 2 already we have find here. What is the maximum on mission 2? 6. So it should be 6 should be greater than or equals to 6. So here the condition is satisfied. 6 is equals to 6. Condition was satisfied. Yes, the condition is okay. So what we have said, in these 2 conditions, either of the one condition or both the conditions should be satisfied. Here first condition is not satisfied, but second one is satisfied. So we can proceed for the conversion of the 3 missions problem into a 2 missions problem. Okay, so now the hurdle was over. Then how to convert a 3 missions problem into a 2 missions problem? So for that purpose, here I am going to take a one more table. So that is tasks, and the tasks are A, B, C, D, E, F. And now I am going to take those two missions are mission A and next mission B. Now I am going to find the times on both the missions. So how to find the times on process times of mission A and mission B? So in order to get the process time of mission A, we need to add, suppose if it is a 3 missions problem, we need to add the process time of mission 1 and 2 to get the process time of mission A. Now let us see. 4 plus 5, it is 9. Next 9 plus 4, it is 13. 8 plus 3, 11. 5 plus 6, 11. 10 plus 2, 12. 9 plus 5, 14. So now these are the process times of mission A. Now let us calculate the process times of mission B. So if you want to find the process times of mission B, then we need to add the process times of 2 and 3. Now add 2 and 3. Then the process times of mission B are 5 plus 7, 12. 4 plus 8, 12. 3 plus 6, 9. 6 plus 12, 18. 2 plus 6, 8. 5 plus 7, 12. Now these are the process times of mission A and B. So like this, we need to convert a 3 mission problem into a 2 mission problem. So now we need to find the sequence. So how to find the sequence means, for finding the sequence we are having a Johnson's algorithm. So now without any waiting, let us find the sequence of this case. So here how many jobs are there? Totally 6 jobs are there. So that's why I am going to draw a table with a single row and 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now let us find the sequence. So now in all the 12 process times, what is the minimum value? So he is asking us to minimize the total missioning time. So here it is a minimization case. So now let us find the sequence for minimization case as usual. So what is the minimum time? So the minimum time, process time in all these 12 values are 9 or 11 or any other minimum is there. Okay, 8 is there. So now 8 is the minimum value in all the process times. So the value 8 is corresponding to the task key and it is on mission B. So that's why we need to write E on the right side of the 6 grids. So in the 6 grids, the right side is this one. So I am writing E here. So now strike off E. Then what are the remaining? 10 process times are there. In these 10 process times, the minimum value is 9, but the value of 9 is at 2 places, 1, 2. So here the tie is existed in different series, so then there will be no problem. So if you take this 9, it is corresponding to job C on mission B, so we need to write the C on right side of the table. So in these 5 grids, the right side is this one, so I am writing C here. Then strike off the C, and next 9. So the next 9 is corresponding to the task A, which is on mission A. So that's why we need to write A on the left side of the grids. So in these 4 grids, the left side is this one. So that's why I am writing A here. So now strike off A, and next. In the remaining 6 process times, what is the minimum value? So minimum value is 11, and that is corresponding to the task D on mission A. So we need to write D on the left side of the grids. So in these 3 grids, the left side is this one. So I am writing D here. So now strike off D, and next the remaining 4 processing times are 13, 12, 14, 12. So now what to do? What is the minimum process time? 12. And there is presence of 12 at 2 different places. So the tie is existed in the same series. So now what to do? So now take these 2 grids separately. I am taking these 2 grids separately. So then what to do? So the thing is, now compare the correspond in the first series value. So in the first series, to this 12, 13, and to this 12, the value is 14. So which one is minimal? So now the minimal value is 13. So that's why we need to select so the minimum time is 13. So we need to select B. So the minimum value is on mission A. So that's why we need to write B on the left side of these 2 grids. So what is the left side? This one. So that's why here you will get B, and the remaining one is F. So now place these positions as it is here, then you will get here B, and here you will get F. Okay. So now what is the sequence? A, D, B, F, C, E. So now we got the sequence for n jobs through 3 missions problem. So just we will convert a 3 missions problem into a 2 missions problem in order to get the sequence, as the Johnson's algorithm is applicable to 2 missions problem only. So now let us find the total elapsed time. So in order to find the total elapsed time, just like as to the previous type problem, we are going to form a table. So how the table will be? Task mission M1 in time, process time, out time, mission M2 in time, process time and out time, and now mission 3 is also there, M3 in time, process time, out time, and then idle time of mission M1, 2 and 3. So now let us first of all write the task sequence of tasks to be performed. So the sequence is A, D, B, F, C, E. So now write the sequence A, D, B, F, C, E. So now let us write the process times. So the process times for each and every task already we know. So now we need to take the problem process times. So these are the process times. So it is a 3 missions. So we will use this table only to get the sequence, but in order to find the total elapsed time, we need to use the process times which are given in the question. So now write those process times for all the 6 tasks. So now for the first task A, the process times are 4, 5, 7. So 4, 5 and 7. So like this, let us write the process times for the remaining D, B, F, C, E tasks. Right? So now I am going to write those 5, 6, 12, and then for B are 9, 4, 8, and then for F 9, 5, 7, and then for C 8, 3, 6, and then for E 10, 2, 6. So now let us find the in times and out times. So the in time will be, so starting one on mission 1. So in time is 0 and out time is 0 plus 4. 4. Just like as the previous type of problem we are doing. Next in time of task D is 4th hour and out time is 4 plus 5. 9. Next in time is 9. 9 plus 9. 18. And next in time is 18. 18 plus 9. 27. And next in time is 27. Out time is 27 plus 8. 35. And next for task key in time is 35. And out time is 35 plus 10. 45. So these are the in times and out times on mission M1. Next, let us take on mission M2. The in time is here. Out time of task A in on mission M1 will be the in time on mission M2, that is 4. Next, out time will be 4 plus 5, 9. And already I have given you a simplified way. The maximum of in these two values we need to write here. So maximum of 9, 9. 9. Out time is 9 plus 6, 15. Maximum of 18 and 15 is 18. Out time is 18 plus 4, 22. Maximum of 27, 22 is 27. Out time is 27 plus 5, 32. Next, maximum of 35 and 32 is 35. Out time will be 35 plus 3, 38. Next, maximum of 45 and 38 is 45. And out time will be 45 plus 2, 47. And next, let us find the in times and out times for mission 3. So the in time is the out time of task A on mission 2 is the in time of mission 3. So out time is 9. So in time will be 9. So out time we on M3 is 9 plus 7, 16. Maximum of 15 and 16 is 16. Out time 16 plus 12, 28. Next, maximum of 22 and 28 is 28. Out time is 28 plus 8, 36. Maximum of 32 and 36 is 36. And out time is 36 plus 7, 43. Next, maximum of 38 and 43 is 43. And out time is 43 plus 6, 49. Next, maximum of 47 and 49 is 49. And out time is 49 plus 6, 55. Now, for mission M3 also the out times were calculated. So, the total elapsed time is 55. And next, let us calculate the idle times of these 3 missions. So, first let us calculate the idle time of mission 1. So, what is mission 1 idle time? So, the in time on mission M1 is no 0 only. So, the idle time, the starting idle time is on mission M1 is 0. And then take the differences. Difference of 4 and 4 is 0. Difference of 9 and 9, 0. Difference of 18 and 18, 0. Difference of 27 and 27, 0. Difference of 35 and 35, 0. And then difference of 45 and 55 is 10. Then what is the total idle time on mission M1? 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 10. So total idle time on mission M1 is 10. Next, on mission M2, let us calculate the idle time. So initially mission M2 have to wait for 4 hours. So initial idle time is 4 hours. Next, difference of 9 and 9, 0. Difference of 18 and 15, 3. Difference of 27 and 22, 5. Difference of 35 and 32, 3. Difference of 45 and 38, 7 hours. So then what is the next? Difference of 47 and 55 is 8. Then find the total idle time. 4 plus 0 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. So then it will be 30 hours. Next, let us calculate the idle time on mission 3. So the mission 3 have to wait for 9 hours initially. So initial idle time is 9 hours. Then next idle time, difference of 16 and 16, 0. Difference of 28 and 28, 0. Difference of 36 and 36, 0. Difference of 43 and 43, 0. Difference of 49 and 49, 0. As this is the last mission, there is no any end idle time. Then what is the total idle time on mission 3? 9 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. It is 9 hours. Okay, so now we have find all the idle times on the 3 missions. So let us write the final statements. Total elapsed time is 55 hours. Idle time on mission M1 10. Idle time on mission 2 30 hours. Idle time on mission 3 9 hours. So I am writing those things. Total elapsed time is equals to 55 hours. Next, idle time on mission 1 is equals to 10. Idle time on mission 2 is equals to 30. Idle time on mission 3 is equals to 9. What is the total idle time? Total idle time is equals to, total idle time means M1 plus M2 plus M3, that equals to 10 plus 30 plus 9, it is 49. So like this we are going to solve the sequencing of n jobs through 3 missions. So the only thing is we need to do is we should convert a 3 missions problem into a 2 missions problem by satisfying either one of the 2 conditions, and after converting the 2 into 2 missions problem we should find the sequence using Johnson's algorithm, and then with the as usual table we are going to find the total elapsed time and idle times on each missions, right? So I hope you understand this problem, and please like and share this video if you like this, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you.